The most beautiful woman in town went for a run every morning at 5:30 a.m. With her platinum blonde hair, stunning blue eyes, and perfect physique, she was every man's dream. But no one knew that those delicate hands had ended 47 enemy lives over 20 years. Welcome to Quiet Tales Studio. Today we're telling you the secret life of a true warrior. If you want to hear more powerful stories like this, hit that subscribe button and support us, because sometimes the strongest warriors hide in the most unexpected places. Sarah Thompson was the jewel of Millbrook Town. At 45, standing 6 feet tall, her platinum blonde hair cascaded over her shoulders. Her stunning blue eyes were so captivating that men would forget their words when talking to her. Her body was perfect enough to make a 25-year-old fitness model jealous. Every morning at exactly 5:30 a.m., while the town was still asleep, Sarah would go for a run. In her pink sports bra and black leggings, she'd circuit the main street, the park, and the lakeside. But anyone paying close attention would notice her running wasn't ordinary. Her breathing was controlled with military precision. Her steps were even and calculated. Her eyes constantly scanned the surroundings, as if searching for danger. After her run, she'd work out in the special training area in her backyard. Burpees, push-ups, pull-ups. But her push-ups were different from others. She could do them one-handed. She could do 20 pull-ups from the bar without stopping. Neighbors would watch from their windows wondering, how is this woman so strong? After training, she'd shower and apply her signature Chanel No. 5 perfume, specially imported from Paris. This perfume was her signature scent, expensive, elegant, unforgettable. Then she'd do her perfect makeup and put on her designer clothes. Sarah's life in Millbrook seemed perfect. She owned a shop called Bloomfield Florals. In the shop, she'd arrange every flower like a work of art. Speaking gracefully with customers, she was president of the Town Women's Club. She'd organize charity events and help the elderly. Men constantly asked her out, but Sarah would politely decline. "I'm not ready yet," she'd say, an incomprehensible depth appearing in her stunning blue eyes. No one understood what she meant. That Tuesday, while Sarah was arranging white roses in her shop, gunshots rang out from outside. Her heart stopped for a moment, but she quickly composed herself. Looking through the window, she saw 3 masked men on the town's main street. They had automatic weapons in their hands. "Everyone, get down!" they were shouting. "This is a robbery!" The town bank was right across the street. Panic-stricken people were screaming and running. Sarah's customer, elderly Mrs. Miller, was trembling with fear.
"Sarah, what should we do? Should we call the police?"
she whispered. Sarah thought for a moment. The nearest police station was 20 minutes away. 20 minutes was too long. Many people could die in that time. At that moment, Sarah Thompson disappeared. Someone else took her place. "Mrs. Miller," Sarah said. Her voice completely changed, no longer soft and graceful but hard and commanding. "Go into the shop and hide in the back room. Lock it from inside. Don't come out until the police arrive." "But Sarah, where are you going now?" Seeing the change in Sarah's eyes, the old woman ran without questioning. When Sarah was alone in the shop, it was as if a different person inside her had awakened. Her movement changed, no longer graceful steps, but moving with the agility of a warrior cat. She went to the back room of the shop. It looked like an ordinary storage room, but when Sarah opened a hidden panel in the wall, inside were military equipment, tactical vest, night vision goggles, knives, and a Glock 19 pistol. Sarah put on the tactical vest. She holstered her weapon. Looking in the mirror, Florist Sarah was gone. Warrior Sarah had returned. She observed the bank through the window. 3 masked robbers were inside. A 4th was waiting outside. Their getaway vehicle was ready. Sarah's training kicked in. 20 years of Delta Force experience, hundreds of operations. Everything was coming back. 3 inside, 1 outside. Escape route Main Street. Civilians in danger. Police 15 minutes away. She planned her tactics to herself. These weren't ordinary criminals. Their movements looked professional, but Sarah was more professional. She quietly left the shop. Her movement had completely changed, no longer graceful steps and heels, but gliding through shadows in tactical boots. The townspeople were watching from inside their homes. Neighbors who saw Sarah moving like this couldn't believe their eyes. Is that Sarah?" whispered his neighbor Tom. Sarah approached the bank. The outside guard didn't notice her. Sarah approached from behind and neutralized him in 3 seconds. Without making a sound, without spilling blood, just one move and the man was unconscious. Sarah quietly entered through the bank's back door. Voices were coming from inside. "Hurry up! Open the vault! We need to finish before the cops come."
Sarah observed those inside. 3 men, automatic weapons, 8 hostages. The cashier was trembling with fear. Sarah held her breath, just like in the old days. Clear, precise, no civilian casualties. First move. She neutralized the man by the door. Second move. The one in the middle. When the third man noticed Sarah, it was too late. The entire operation took 47 seconds. The hostages looked at Sarah in shock. Was this the graceful woman who arranged flowers in the mornings? "Is everyone safe?" Sarah asked. Her voice was still in command mode. The cashier nodded tremblingly. "Sarah, how did you?" At that moment, police sirens were heard. Sarah quickly removed her tactical vest, hid her weapon. She fixed her hair, caught her breath. 30 seconds later, when the police entered, there was only graceful Sarah Thompson, holding a flower arrangement, her stunning blue eyes innocent. But the town could no longer remain silent. Too many people had seen Sarah in those moments. Questions were multiplying. That evening, her neighbors gathered at Sarah's house. Tom, Bill, Susan, Mike, everyone wanted answers. "Sarah," Tom said, "what we saw today, how is this possible?" Sarah remained silent for a long time. Distant memories appeared in her stunning blue eyes. "Sit down," she finally said. "Let me tell you my real story." The living room filled up. Sarah leaned against the fireplace. Her platinum hair gleamed in the light, but her face now had a different expression. "My name isn't Sarah Thompson. My real name is Sarah Ghost Mitchell. I served 20 years in Delta Force." The room fell silent. "My first mission started in 1985. Back then, it was almost impossible for women to serve in special forces, but I proved myself." She stood up, went to the next room. A few minutes later, she returned with a large box in her hands. When she opened the box, medals, certificates, photographs came out. 3 Purple Hearts, 5 Bronze Stars, 2 Silver Stars, Congressional Medal of Honor. As she showed each medal, her voice mixed pride with pain. 47 confirmed kills, she said quietly. 47 enemies. I remember them all. She pulled out photographs. A young woman in mud, weapon in hand, staring at the camera with steel eyes. "This is from a mission in 1987. I earned my first medal here for my resolve. This is 1992, an operation where I saved lives. And this, 1998, for succeeding in an impossible task. My code name was Ghost, because I appeared and disappeared, felt and unfelt, and my targets vanished before they saw me." Sarah, Ghost, took a deep breath. "My hardest mission was in 2001, in Afghanistan. In a village, terrorists had taken 30 civilians hostage. There were children among them." Her eyes misted, but her voice remained determined. "I went alone, in the darkness of night. I parachuted from 2,000 meters high. There were 15 terrorists. None of them saw me. None of them survived. 30 civilians were rescued. But that night, I left a part of my soul there. Bill asked, "So why did you come here?" "I retired in 2005. I was very tired. 20 years of war, 20 years of death. I wanted peace. I took the identity of Sarah Thompson and came here." "Floriculture?" Susan asked. Sarah smiled. "Flowers are innocent, beautiful. They don't bring death, they bring life. I've been living with them for 15 years. They heal the wounds of my soul. I go running every morning because I don't want to lose my conditioning. I work out because my muscles need to remember their old strength. Because I know that." She paused, looked outside through the window. "My past can always find me," Tom asked. "This beauty, this elegance, is it all fake?" "No," Sarah said firmly. "This is also the real me. Warrior Sarah and graceful Sarah are the same person. I love both. I need both. Florist Sarah gives me peace. Warrior Sarah keeps me strong." The next day, the local newspaper headlines read, "Town's florist turns out to be secret warrior." But the real shock came when FBI agents arrived. "Sarah Mitchell," said the lead agent, "we've been looking for you for a long time." Sarah's heart stopped. "Is there a problem?" "No, ma'am. We came to make you an offer." They gathered in her house. The agent opened files. "Ma'am, our country needs operators like you. A special program calling retired Delta Force operators back to duty." "I refuse," Sarah said firmly. "Listen, ma'am, these aren't covert operations. Training young warriors, sharing your experience." Sarah thought, "Do I have to leave here?" "No. 1 week a month at Quantico. The rest here, your normal life." 3 months later, Sarah was both running her flower shop in Millbrook and training young agents at Quantico. Her students were shocked when they first saw her. Was this beautiful, graceful woman going to train them? "My name is Sarah Mitchell," she'd say in class, "but you'll call me Ghost. Some of you doubt me because of my appearance. This is normal, but know this: appearances deceive. I will prove this to you." In her first lesson, she'd arm wrestle with the strongest man in the class. She'd win in 3 seconds. "Beauty is power, gentlemen, but real power is here." She'd point to her head. "In your brain." Today, Sarah Thompson still lives in Millbrook. She goes running every morning, wears Chanel perfume, arranges her flowers, but no one sees her as just a beautiful florist anymore. She's Ghost, the legendary warrior. In her flower shop window, there are now 2 photos. One of graceful Sarah, the other of warrior Ghost. When customers come, they show respect to both. "What does this story teach you?" Sarah asked in a TV interview last week. "That people aren't one-dimensional. A woman can be both beautiful and strong, both graceful and deadly. I fought for 20 years. I've been growing flowers for 15 years. Both are the real me. And I know that if my town is in danger again, Ghost will awaken again." Thank you for listening to this powerful story from Quiet Tales Studio. Sarah's story shows us that real strength is often not what it appears to be. Do you know someone in your life whose real story you don't know? Share with us in the comments. And remember, the strongest warriors sometimes hide in the most unexpected places. If you want to continue hearing these kinds of real stories, don't forget to subscribe.